Is there law and order in New York?
My friend sent me this video. Yeah. Check this out. Bro, look how crazy that is. Like, where do you learn that? Kind of looks like a swordsman. Swordsman, if you're watching this, keep doing the good work because our cops here...
Wait, who's that?
They don't really do much, so...
I don't know.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Freaking ripped his eyes out.
Dude, yeah.
Just so you know, you have an unscheduled visitor in your office.
There he is.
Oh boy.
Oh, this guy.
You doing? Respectfully, Mr. Mayor, you can shove that 1.8 up your ass.
Oh, the wincing in his
He
face.
tweaking.
His
He
with the
tweaking.
ugh.
Make it.
Mmm.
I feel like this is gonna be a
This is gonna be an
really
episode.
interesting. Yeah.
Honestly,
Got a
I
lot
could
of setup here.
There's definitely a discrepancy with the dialogue in this episode compared to the last one.
Yeah.
Also, does help that Fisk is in this episode too.
True. He had a day off last episode.
Yeah, you got the day off on that one.
You know what? My uncle, 2 days before he got shot, you know what he told me? He told me, don't rely on anyone to do what you can do for yourself.
Oh no.
Damn. He was right.
Damn.
I hope that means she's not gonna go looking for him.
She's gonna become the
Realistically,
next
though,
White
like,
Tiger.
I don't know what she would expect him to do as a lawyer. Like, what could he do?
True, exactly. What do you think he's gonna?
He mixes
Like,
blood into the paint and then applies
he would
the
probably just go to
epoxy
the
on top. It makes
FBI
the
anyway
murals
or something.
essentially imperfect. We've gathered at least 5 unique DNA profiles for each mural, and in 5 DNA profiles per mural, we estimate at least 60 victims. It's difficult to project just yet.
60?
Depends on the way and what we
Hey, are you Muse?
Oh.
Is it cool if we take a picture of you?
Not a selfie though, just like artist, his work, you know.
In broad nightlight? Like, okay. And nobody's gonna say, hey, that guy's beating 2 women over there.
Almost looks like
Reassurance.
I've seen that guy before.
These changes you're making with the police, this obsession you have,
the older guy.
vigilantes.
The guy with the mustache.
Whether you can do it or not is
Oh.
the issue here, Wilson. I'm surprised you'd even.
He was in the
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye series.
What we're talking
Oh.
is buying.
He was
Project simply doesn't align. with
dating
our
Kate
interests,
Bishop's mother or something like that.
Man, you gotta be straight with me, buddy. You gotta let this one go. Just let the police do their job.
That's the case. Why'd you even tell him in the first place?
Right.
God, this guy is insufferable.
You don't like cherry?
I don't. I really don't.
Cherry cola?
His fucking. I don't like the Matthew. I like the Matthew of the last year I've seen. Man, if you'll let him be Daredevil and beat the shit out of these people.
You're really waiting for him to wear that white suit, huh?
Yeah.
I think you might only get that in Hawkeye.
I want to see that fall. I feel like he'll probably bring it back because they wouldn't have showed the shot of him of the white suit in the first episode. I feel like that's
Yeah, I suppose so.
that's just the.
These
Oh
came
my.
straight from the forensic.
Good
Ooh.
lord!
Goodness. Yay. They wanted a picture and
He killed him for
he
it.
killed him.
This is every bad apple in the barrel.
Yes, it appears your officers have a subculture amongst them. People like to use the word gang. I prefer motivated individuals. And due to the extreme nature of these crimes, This task force will have special powers and privileges, like overtime, and no body cameras, that sort of thing.
Bruh.
And who the hell's...
Sergeant Cole North.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised in Chicago, top of your class in the academy. Made detective in only 3 years. That's quite impressive. Yet here you
Cole
are.
North. There was a officer or a detective in the Zdarsky run that basically had kind of the same, not the same backstory as that guy,
Yeah.
but similar, that he was from Chicago and he got sent to New York to deal with all the vigilantes that were roaming around New York. Oh no, she's gonna get fucking...
Just gonna get taken. I mean, I'm pretty confident she won't die, but
I'm confident she won't, but I think this will be
still
the
pretty tense.
this will be the thing that might push Matt to find her.
Yeah. Don the cowl again.
Yeah, to save her. Oh my god, this is it.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna put it on!
911, what's your emergency? Hello? Hello? 911.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Damn.
8 needles, right?
Oh, I hate needles, bro. She might, you know, catch a disease from all those. All the blood that's been on those.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Fisk.
With an axe.
Oh shit, it is an axe. Jesus Christ. Well, they went off the hinges on this one.
I can imagine that Vanessa would like for me to let you go.
Thank you.
Why would you say thank you, bro? He has an axe in your hand. Obviously, there's going to be a caveat there.
Yeah.
But that's a
He's
difficult
not gonna
thing
let
for
you.
me to do. You understand that, right? And I learned that a simple tool, it can be a great equalizer.
He's going to give it to him.
He did kill his dad with the hammer.
Oh,
Oh.
that's so gross. I still think his design is so cool, though. I love that red highlight in his eyes.
Oh,
Oh, he's booking it!
he said, nah, son.
Oh! He is piecing him up! This is it. This is where they both... This is where they both go back.
Yeah.
Damn, with one swing. Ooh!
Honestly, I didn't even know Muse knew how to fight like that.
I love him, the choreography.
He's fighting against time right now.
Oh, is this gonna be like symbolic, like he wasn't able to save Foggy when he heard his heartbeat, but he's gonna save her? Oh, that's such a cool shot. Oh, he's laughing! Bro is taking the hits. Boom! Slam him down!
Daredevil?
It's okay. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here.
Ah. That's a good one.
That was a great one.
I love the dynamic of like the storytelling from Matt and Wilson Fisk, and like it almost kind of reminds me of how Batman and Joker, how they need each other.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's like Wilson and Matt kind of reflect each other in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love when there's that kind of dynamic, or that even maybe sort of mirroring between a hero and their arch nemesis. So it's
Yeah.
really cool to see that in this season. I think that's something they're touching on that really sets this season apart from the Netflix seasons. It's been a while since I watched, but I think just the like highlighting the similarities between Matt and Wilson Fisk has been really nice and really well done in Born Again.
I a million
Just
percent agree.
great character, to like, I guess, writing, and then just great storytelling all around.
Mm-hmm.
Great choice to have both episodes today, to have them both back to back. And while actually I don't think they even really touched up on this, well, apart from that one scene with Luca visiting Fisk in his office,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really explore that much more, I feel. So episode 5 did kind of, I'm wondering when it's going to come into relevance again, because right now it feels a little out of place, and it'd be kind of weird to have. No, honestly, they didn't even mention anything about the gemstone. All they talked about was Luca and the whole restitution or whatever
Mm-hmm.
deal that Fisk had for them. So right now, I don't know any, like, yeah, there's nothing relevant in relation to episode 5 right now. So I'm wondering when they're gonna circle back to that. But episode 6, dude, loving it, man. Loving the fight choreography. Love seeing Matt back as Daredevil and in the suit. I take it this might not be the last time we see of Muse, maybe? I don't know. I'm assuming we'll see him again in the next episode, either getting turned into the police or something.
Wait, who gets turned into
Yeah.
the police?
Muse?
He escaped.
He did?
Yeah, that's why Matt looks back on like the hallway and he's not there anymore.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I just thought he knocked out. And that
He
was it.
knocked out, but like you were seeing like they were showing his face over
Okay,
and
you
over
saw him,
again.
okay.
And then like
Dang.
after she wakes up, you could hear like the chains rustling behind and Muse is just gone.
Oh. All right,
think
but yeah. So he's still at large then, so he got away. So
let's see.
We'll see him again. Maybe a round 2 fight. That'll be cool to see.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna. I was gonna say you can't have a character like that just lose and be done with him one fight in one episode. I feel like there's metallic rattling. It was around around 39 just 39 minutes. He's just gone. So yeah, I need him to be in the show a lot more. I love his design. I love like the eeriness to him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna should I? Yeah, no, I'll say it. This episode's fight scene was probably the best so far in this season. The way the choreography was fast, it hit hard, it was brutal. from both sides as well. It was like a shot. It was like, okay, Fisk, and then he's landing a bunch of blows and he's throwing him through walls and he's busting walls, and then Matt's over here like throwing his nunchucks. And there was a time where I was like, he's just playing with this guy, like especially from like the way that last episode he was like struggling against one Irish mobster, and it was like,
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
it was like, okay, whatever. But like then in here, Muse, he's just whooping the crap out of him. Muse got a couple of nice hits here and there, but
I didn't even know Muse had that in him, honestly.
I was like, hey, good for him. You got a couple licks in, but compared to like Daredevil was like punching him. There was the shot where he puts the grapple in the wall, and like a split second you could see him like laughing, like I said it, and I think it was episode 3 or something, episode 3 or 4. He enjoys beating the shit out of people, and he loves like that scene, that shot where he's like hanging him from the ladder. I'm like, good lord, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like that scene of Muse where the two girls are like, "Oh, were you Muse?" It's like straight ripped out from like the comics. So, yeah, like this is man, this episode. It was very obvious why they did 2 episodes this week. If they were to end it off on just episode 5, I would have been like, "What the fuck?"
That would have been so disappointing.
I was so disappointing, but episode 6 came out, and they were like, "Okay, guys, this is the real show." Like, this feels like it definitely. This is like I know everyone's saying it's so obvious, like what's a reshoot and what's not. I feel like this is most apparent with episode 5 and 6, where it felt like episode 5, and no disrespect to the other Disney Plus shows, it feels like this was something that came from those shows. Meanwhile, episode 6 feels like this came from like Marvel, Netflix, Moreline, like the way it's dark, gritty, violent, bloody, and I'm not saying that's the only thing that makes the Netflix show, but even the dialogue and the way characters bounce off. The fact that Fisk is in the 6th episode is obviously going to make it so much better. Man, that episode 6, that might be my favorite episode so far that we've seen. It's been, episode 3 was good too, though. But man, the fight scene at the very end, that might go down as like my favorite scene so far. Especially how it also it's also like you said, with the characterization of Fisk and Daredevil, it's like they're at the cusp of returning to like who they are. But they're just like little bit not all the way there. Like old Fisk would have killed Adam. Like, I'm not even gonna like exercise the thought that he wouldn't have killed him if this was season 1 through 3. But in this one, it's like it's just a little bit. He's almost there. He like you could see him screaming while he's fighting. He's saying mine, while he's beating Adam. And I wonder if like that means like he thinks Vanessa is his, and the fact that Adam encroached upon what he sees as his is like why he's screaming that out. But either way, what a phenomenal episode. There are some shots that were so amazing, like the one where Muse is looking down at the subway and you could see Matt just booking it right towards him.
In the subway,
in the subway, and then the one where
the other one where he's on the ground.
He's on the ground and he turns up and the camera follows him with it's like good direction. Really appreciate that. And man, like it's gonna suck that every episode from now on is gonna be like 7, 8, 9. Like we only have 3 episodes left. The thing is now I'm starting to get maybe I shouldn't be worried, but then there's so many plot points that are starting to stack up, but it feels like none of them are really getting a resolution, or even coming close to a resolution. Muse just escaped. Luca, he's like, it seems like he's going to be like the driving force of the criminal side for Fisk. They just did the task force. They just like made that plot point, which was very big in the Devil's Reign Zdarsky run, where they're having people like they're hunting down the heroes, essentially the vigilantes. So that'll be we'll have to see how that like correlates. Obviously, season 2 is being like filmed right now currently.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like everything with Vanessa, and then his like the Punisher subplot, and they still have to go with them. So there's a lot of plot points up in the air. I mean, I hope 3 episodes is enough to get cover everything in a satisfying way. But yeah, this was again, it's peak Daredevil. Like what can I say? Like it's so good. But what about you? How do you feel? How are you feeling about these 2 episodes?
I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed this one. 5 just kind of still feels kind of almost unnecessary right now. But I
Fillery?
think, huh?
Fillery?
A little, yeah. Just because we haven't, I guess there wasn't an immediate follow up like I kind of thought there would be. And it is, I think they can still wrap things up in the next 3 episodes. I don't know what exactly they would leave for season 2, other than possibly the Punisher storyline. But I think that they still have some, because I feel like they don't have a whole lot of cleaning up to do with like the task force, and then like the marriage stuff, with like or yeah, because like I feel like the marriage thing is a little bit of a smaller subplot than something like the task force. But I think they could wrap things up, especially if they keep the runtime to that, within that like 40 to 60 minute mark, which they have been. The runtimes have been pretty good so far. I think if they keep that runtime for the next 3 episodes, I think they do have enough time to kind of wrap things up, and maybe still leave a couple things for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think right now we see Fisk and Murdoch take that next step into going back to who they really are. And I'm gonna guess that in the next episode is where, I mean, they're just full on back to their old ways. I think this might be like the last step, because I think Matt like really enjoying. It's clear that he enjoys doing what he does as Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
and I think now with what happened to, dang, what was her name? Denise's name?
Angela.
Angela. I thought that was a mother's name. But
I
anyway,
thought that was Ava. Either or is, yeah. I think
I think seeing that and kind of seeing her reaction to seeing him and him repeating "I'm here," I think that cemented like
is Angela.
how needed he is, and wanting him like finally deciding to actually be back. So for me, the next 3 episodes, Daredevil's back. Fisk is basically back to his old ways, and we're gonna. I'm assuming that task force is gonna bring out Frank Castle as the Punisher again. So if that doesn't happen in episode 7, I could see that happening. Honestly, it could happen. It could even happen in the finale where we see Frank again. But yeah, liking it, man. I'm liking it. I'm loving it.
From what Charlie and Vincent said about the episodes, because they were asked what episodes are you most excited to see, 8 and 9 seem to be the episodes that they were immediately like, those 2 are the episodes. And I was like, so yeah. The season, like, it sounds like the ending of this season is going to be a wild one. I have seen some clips because of advertisement of oh,
you have?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because but it seems like that task force is going to be a pain in the neck for I wouldn't say a foreseeable future, but yeah, like the task force is probably going to be around for a while. I'm glad they kept the character. I know they I forgot what was the name of the cop. in Zdarsky's run, but where he came from Chicago in the same way, but it's nice to see they're going to go with that. Like, they're cracking down on vigilantes. This is from what to me, it might be like a perfect alley-oop for like to get the more street level heroes to be in a bigger, or I guess acknowledged in a wider like mainstream way.
Yeah.
So to see like if I could see Luke Cage, Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, kind of to see the old Netflix crew again, even like Danny Rand.
Well, you mentioned something about them doing like bringing the Defenders back. You think that'll be something we see in 9?
It might be 9. There might be maybe alluding to it. Like they might have them as like, hey, like if these guys are gonna have a task force, we might as well have a task force, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like maybe season 2 is probably gonna be a little bit more focused on that because, with everything going around with Muse and the other subplots, maybe you might get the start of the task force, but I don't know. But there's so many directions they could go, and I'm down for all of it.